Hi everyone, Jackie here with Enjoying Life's Journey. Welcome back to my channel. I am happy to be back. So I'm going to be doing February's budget report for you. I know it's kind of late. We are already at the end of March. But I figured I wanted to share it with you because we did get our tax refund. So I did want to mention a little bit about what we did with that money. And Ricky made quite a bit working overtime, so I wanted to kind of touch on that. In the past, I have been answering and addressing questions and comments from previous budget videos, so I will be doing that again, but I'm going to save that for the end of the video, just in case if you just want to see the budget recap, you can just get on with that, and if you want to stay and see what some of the questions or comments were, go ahead and stay for those. So we'll go ahead and just kind of jump in. Like I mentioned, we did get our federal and state tax refund. I put them up in the income simply because the idea, if you guys aren't familiar, I do Dave Ramsey's zero-based budget along, basically we call it cash flow planning. So our income is our cash flow, so we need to plan, we need to tell it where to go. In the past, we would get our tax refund and we would just blow it. We don't even know what happened to it. And then when we were getting out of debt, we actually used our tax refund to really knock out a lot of our debt. This time, we actually are using it to treat ourselves because we've been working Dave Ramsey's baby steps. We got out of debt. We saved up our emergency fund, so we thought, let's go ahead and we're treating ourselves to a cruise vacation. I've mentioned this in other videos. And then we bought a second vehicle. We bought a motorcycle cash. That way, now I have a vehicle during the day, and Ricky actually, it's better for him for work, for the commute, because he's during rush hour. So now he can actually use what's called the HOV lane, basically the carpooling lane, because he's in on a motorcycle. So he can get to and from work a little bit faster, and the motorcycle has really good gas mileage. So it's kind of a good situation there. So you're going to see how some of our expenses are going to change slightly moving forward. If you guys are getting a tax refund, you still need to tell that money where to go. So I have started my own travel related business, basically helping people plan and book and do their cruises and doing group events and things like that at sea. So I'm starting this business. So in the future, as I start to bring in an income, hopefully my income will gradually start to match Ricky's income. So we may not get tax refunds, in the future, which would be fine because we'd be having that cash flow from my business anyway. If we do end up having we might have one more good year where we have a good tax refund, then we will be putting that directly towards a down payment for a house where, we are still trying to save for that as well. So as we come into here, I'll kind of go over what I'm talking about. I mentioned this before. I follow T. Harv Ekert's recommended percentages for different parts of your budget. So I'll go over that as we move down. So our income, again, this is basically our cash flow. How much did we have coming in? So Ricky's base pay, his work, he brought in $2,176. His overtime, he brought in $1,408. This is amazing, you guys. Before we hit the road in the RV, if any of you have been following, we did our budget report cards back then, 2016, when he was working for Goodwill. And that's how much his regular pay was. We were truly like a low income. I was kind of working, I was nannying a little bit, and then I started delivering pizzas, and I worked for Amazon. So I was bringing in maybe $800 a month, but that's kind of, his income. I mean, it's just amazing the fact that his overtime is as much as what his income was before. So this is the idea, is like, as much as we work to get out of debt, if we are in those low income, those entry level jobs, and we're just not getting anywhere, then it's up to us to do this personal and professional development to start being able to make more income. So Ricky's working his way up. He's a pipe fitter assistant, or apprentice, I mean. So he'll be doing pipe fitting soon, and then his goal is to become a pipe fitting welder. So, I mean, he's cranking it up, and I'm so proud of him for doing that because it's helping our family get to where we want to be. My business brought in $219.25. Again, we had our federal tax return of 6,217, and then our state of 330. Okay, so for our pay ourselves first, our original goal from T. Harv Eker was 10% for long-term savings, 10% towards our freedom savings, our business, and then 10% towards our personal professional development, so a total of 30%. We have actually changed it. We bumped it up to 40% because Ricky is making all that overtime. We don't want to spend all that extra money. So what we've done is we've actually added that to that, which ultimately lowers some of our other percentages, and I'll go over that in a minute. Okay, so long-term savings, we were able to add $904.30 to it. Our freedom savings, we were able to add $180. The business, we re-put $180. My personal professional development, $130, and Ricky's professional tools development, things like that, $230. And so you can see the percentages roughly of what ended up going to what in this category, equaling about 42.5% of our income. And again, that's not the tax refunds, that's just our income. Giving, our goal is 5%. We were able to do about 4.5%. We did the 180. All of this right now is just going into a savings account. And the idea for our donations is we have a few charities that we want to donate to, but we want to do it more on a event or something basis. So we're not just going to do something every month to them. We want to be more involved in where the money goes or what the money is being spent for. So for instance, if we're doing like the Red Cross or something like that, if there's some type of, natural disaster or something like that that we want to support relief efforts towards, then we can then get into that savings and then donate money that way. Same thing, we're also using this money towards birthday presents and Christmas presents, things like that, just to give you guys an idea. So we were able to put 180 into that account. Our necessities. Now, if you guys follow before, my goal was 55%. To have only 55% of our income being used towards necessities. We have changed our goal to 50%, again, because Ricky is making all that extra overtime. But this month, we actually only used 49% of that. And so this is what I wanted to, I'll break this down for you guys here. So our rent and our water combined is $950.35. This, I've mentioned before, is going to be going up. Our lease renews. So our new amount is going to go up around $45, and that's going to take effect, I believe, in May. Our renter's insurance was at $16.25. This has actually gone down for future months, which is great. Groceries, because we had my mom here helping me with the girls and stuff, we raised our grocery budget, so we spent $359.96 on groceries. Personal care, $22.25. Household, $23. Our cell phones, we have 2 cell phones, it's $65. Our electricity was only $56.60. Awesome, because we didn't use any heat or anything. Gas, we spent $137.57 on gas. Car insurance, $95.25. Now this car motorcycle replacement, now this is where we used our tax refund. So $3,500 of that was to go towards purchasing Ricky's motorcycle for cash. So I want to give you just an idea of what we spent out of our income, not out of the tax returns. We only spent $27.47 out of our income towards replacement. So we ended up purchasing a motorcycle cash, and then he was also able to get a new helmet and a jacket, and we had the motorcycle lowered. Him and I are very short. Only $27 was spent out of our income amount. $32 we changed to the car motorcycle maintenance. We got an oil change on the car. Car insurance, or motorcycle insurance, so now this is going to be a new expense because we do have the motorcycle. To get it set up, we had to do a $48.40 kind of deposit. Moving forward, the insurance is only like $21, so that's not bad. Arcadia and Elsa, we started doing commission jobs again. So Arcadia had earned $12 in commission jobs, and Elsa had earned $5. If you guys want to learn more about our commission jobs and how we're paying our girls and the chores and all that stuff, then let me know. I'll do a separate video. So actually, out of this, if you take out the tax refund money that we used, we only spent $1,851 of our income. So that's roughly 49%, just a little under 49% of our income. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys that view there. Now, fun, our goal is 5% of our income. Originally, we had it at 10%. We went ahead and lowered it because we do want to be able to save more. We do have goals that we're working towards. So we are at about 4% for that. Again, the vacation here, this is from the tax refund. So we put $3,047 towards our cruise vacation. This is to help pay for the cruise, driving to the port, any shore excursions that we want to do, like pretty much all of that. So if you take that off, again, that just came from the tax refund, we really only spent $148.56 from our income. Okay, pretty darn good month for February. I've had quite a few people request my template, so I really appreciate that. I have a few more that have been requested, so I'm going to be sending those out this weekend. I am going to make a separate video of this completely blank on how to set up your own, how to use the template that I'm giving you. Because I have had a few people have some questions, or they weren't really sure exactly how to use the template, but they're glad they have the template. So I'll make a separate video showing how to do that. So that's basically February's budget recap or review, and kind of what we did, what kind of progress we have made, and we are looking good. So I'll see you next week. I'm going to share March's budget recap, and then I'm going to be doing the next quarter. I was doing like a weekly budget with me where I showed you how I was balancing my checkbook and going through and changing any numbers according to what real numbers we got. So I might go ahead and start doing one of those for you guys as well. And then I have quite a few finance topics that I want to talk about. Basically out of Dave Ramsey's The Complete Guide to Money book. So look for those. We'll be sharing those. Hopefully every Friday we'll be having some type of personal finance related video for you guys. So now let's jump on, and I'm going to go ahead and answer any questions or go over any of the comments from the previous 2 videos that I have. Okay, so we are on January's budget report card video. Like I mentioned, I have 2 videos that I had posted before, so I'm going to try to go through all of the questions and comments from both of those videos. So I'm going to scroll on down here so we can take a look at the comments that we have. Okay, so Colors of Avon Leslie says, I love when you answer questions from old blogs. Get well soon. So I had mentioned in that video, I had asked you guys if you liked that I was sharing the comments and things like that. Sarah Lewis says, do you plan on living on Ricky's old wage and putting his raise into reaching your savings goals? So this was a great question. I kind of touched on it while I went over the budget. So Ricky had gotten a raise in addition to working the overtime. So we are going to live off of the new raise amount just because of the few increases that we have with the motorcycle insurance and the rent. However, all of the overtime and all of the money that I have coming in from the business is being put towards our pay ourselves first, which is a combination of different savings accounts, the business, and our personal development. So I hope that answers your question. Heather Mayfield says, you mentioned my comment. How lovely. Yes, thank you, Heather. You're always supporting us over here, so I love it with your comments. I have been following for a long time because your journey has been so interesting and you are such a nice family. Thank you. You look very pretty today. Well, you always do, but you look especially nice today. Wishing you all good wishes for the operation and recovery. Thank you very much, Heather. I love the new haircut. I know you've mentioned it in a few other videos as well. I'm loving the new haircut. I have replenished my makeup supply, so I'm feeling good. The surgery went well. So if you guys haven't seen that video, I have a video talking about the whole crazy ordeal I went through. Random and Simple Life says, overtime is always nice. My husband works overtime as part of his regular schedule, but we don't count it towards anything. It's extra. That is saved or used in other ways if need be. We also had to pay to file taxes. Always filed free, but last year had a lot of changes that the free filing didn't cover. Yes, so I had mentioned in that budget report I did have to pay for to file taxes. I usually do the free version as well, but now that I am self-employed, we have to do a little more extra forms, so it does cost extra. Same thing, like she mentioned, Ricky's right now, his overtime is actually part of his regular schedule. They are scheduled 10 6-hour days. That's just how it is right now, until they are finished with the job that they are at. So same thing like I mentioned from Sarah's question, we are only counting his initial pay as the like percentages for our necessities and things like that, and then the overtime is all going into paying ourselves first. Demi Brown, Donna, thank you for commenting as well. She says, I'm sure you've already thought of this, but continue to live on Ricky's old salary. This will allow your savings to grow quicker, plus buying land or a house sooner. Yes, so Donna's probably been watching for a while. We've mentioned before that we'd really like to own some type of property or land. We've kind of talked about maybe purchasing a house, staying in the city, but trying to find at least an acre lot or so. So yes, again, like I mentioned in the video, we are living off of his new income, but all of the overtime is going into a combination of savings and personal development. So I've kind of a few of the same comments here, but you guys, it's really good for people to hear it over and over again because it is a really good tip. And then Veronica O says, oh, thanks for reading my comment. You're welcome, Veronica, and thanks for always watching and joining in. So let's check on the next video. So the next video I wanted to address any comments or questions on was the February cash flow plan. So basically, I had shown you what we had planned on doing with the money, and so we're going to go ahead and address comments and questions from that video. So the Fun and Budget Act said, thumbs up and have so much fun on your vacation. Thank you. We're so excited to be going on our first cruise. I'm going to be making a video for you guys next week going all over the details. And if you guys want to join, then I'm going to show you how to come with us. Heather Mayfield says, how very organized, Jackie. I think you must have programmed this to go out whilst you are in the hospital. I hope that all has gone well. Yes, as you know, I had a reconstructive surgery and I was out for 6 weeks, but I did have roughly 3 weeks, I think, of videos pre-recorded and scheduled out for you guys, so I wasn't totally gone for the whole time. So yeah, you know me, I like to try to be organized a little bit. Everyday Home Life says, looks great. Hope you're recovering well. Yes, I am recovering. I did an update video for you guys, so if you guys want to check that one out, I will leave it in the description or somewhere. Karen's Vegan Life says, thank you for your inspiration. I'm doing a budget for the first time and now view it as freeing instead of constrictive. I hope your recovery is going well. Yes, I thought the same thing. A lot of people hear the word budget, so I want to try to get away from the word budget and kind of go into more of cash flow planning, because that's really what we're doing. We're just telling our money where to go, and by using a zero-based budget, we tell every dollar where to go, whether it's for savings, for a bigger purchase, or for our necessities. So yeah, it is totally freeing because you have more control over your money. Ellen says, hope you're healing well and great budget video. Thanks for sharing. Thank you for watching and thank you for the well wishes. Maggie says, love it. Are you still doing the books business? Is it possible to have an update? Thanks. So I was debating on making a whole separate video about what she's referring to is I was selling books on Amazon. So I still have books in my Amazon inventory at Amazon. I have not added any books. Basically, I was selling used personal and professional development type books. You guys know that's what I'm all about on this channel. They're still selling. Because of everything with my health, I stopped adding books to my inventory. Also, the amount of work going into it for what I was getting back wasn't really a big enough return for my liking. So I'm probably just going to let the books finish selling and then I'm just going to call it good. But maybe I'll do a whole separate video going over the process and things a little bit more for those who are interested in it. B-Soul, I hope I am pronouncing that correctly, says, Jackie, praying for a fast recovery. thank you. Even though it felt like it was a long time, 6 weeks for recovery kind of seems like a long time, but after looking at everything I had done, I think I've bounced back pretty quickly. Thank you. And Rosalie Daw says, love your videos, would like to have your budget template if I could. So yes, Rosa, if you are interested in the template, I've mentioned this before, you guys can private message me on Facebook at Enjoying Life's Journey, and I will be sure, private message me with your email address, and then I will email you the template. Once I get the video made of how to use the template, then I'll be sending those out as well. Yeah, so if you already emailed me about the template, I apologize if it's a little late. I have sent out some as I could. Now that I'm back into a routine, I'll be sending out the other ones this weekend. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Again, if you guys want to leave any comments or questions down in the comment section below, I will be sure to share them on my next budget video. So I really appreciate you guys for interacting with me. I wish all of you the best in whatever finance journey that you're on, and I hope I can help you in some way by sharing my budget template with you guys and my videos. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.